Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a huge book haul for you guys today because I'm just a girl who loves books. And basically, if you don't know, I used to work at Waterstones, and Waterstones booksellers get a whopping 50% discount on books. And so before I left, I had to use it like nobody's business, and I bought a lot of books because I just thought, let's buy all the books that I know that I want to read and will end up buying eventually, and just get them for 50% off. So yeah, this is my haul of books that I bought as a last ditch effort with my Waterstones bookseller discount. Okay, so first up we have the final two books of the ACOTAR series, A Court of Frost and Starlight and A Court of Silver Flames. Nothing that exciting, I just already had the first three, I needed to buy the last two. That's that. I'm not going to read you guys the blurb because I've actually not finished A Court of Mist and Fury, not A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin. So I don't want spoilers, even though like I know what happens, but like I don't know 100% what happens, so like I'm not trying to spoil myself, okay? None of these are in the bags in any form of order, so it's really difficult because a lot of these are series, and I obviously want to show you the series all together. Also guys, the blonde is back. How do we feel? The ginge is no more. I can put the ginge back in though. But what do we think? I think I'm meant to be a blonde. I think it was fun to be a ginge, but I think your girl's meant to be blonde. I think that's the case. Although I'm debating doing this and going pink, like Miss Evangeline Fox. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, because I think it's a good idea. So I just emptied the bag, and this is somehow not all of them. I wasn't very prepared for this video. Hold on, I'm gonna go find the rest. I found them all. Oh, that was long. They were in boxes. I'd forgotten that my manager very kindly gave me 2 boxes that had come in like that day's delivery to take my books home in because I had so many. And they wouldn't fit in bags, or I'd have to take like 10 bags home, so he gave me boxes. But yeah, I found them all now. It's all good. So what should we do next? They're a bit all over the place. Let's do this one. So I got Wildfire by Hannah Grace. It's like the kind of next, is it Maple Hill? Or Maple Hills? Maple Hills. I just got it because I'm intrigued. I haven't read Icebreaker. I would like to try and get it done maybe this season, just because it's like, I don't know, cold winter. I don't know, we'll see. And so then I thought I'd get Wildfire as well. I think I've heard Wildfire is maybe better. So yeah, and also she's pink and she's pretty, so I have that. Whether or not, you know, she stays in my collection remains to be seen, but I did buy her. Next up we have some gorgeous special editions. I'll do them all individually because they deserve to be individual. So these are all the, oh, what editions? They're the luxe editions by Wordsworth Editions, I believe is the company, and these are their luxe range. So first up is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Guys, it's so pretty. I actually can't, like, it's beautiful. It's stunning. Then we have Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. Again, she's stunning. And then Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Again, she's just gorgeous. If you watch one of my book hauls from like, I don't know, 8 months ago, 9 months ago at this point, it's a long time ago, I have Jane Eyre, and it's the same brand, same edition as these guys, so that's where they came from. So I have all of the Twisted Love series by Anna Huang, and the King of Sin, I think they call it, series, also by Anna Huang. I hear mixed things about them though, and I feel like recently I've seen more negative than positive. So we'll see. But if you don't know, the books are... Oh, let me get them in order. Hold on. For Twisted Love it goes Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, Twisted Lies. That's the order. And then the King of series goes King of Wrath, King of Pride, King of Greed, King of Sloth is the most recent one, which came out earlier this year. Again, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously I'll read them for myself, but I feel like I do see more negatives than positives about them, unfortunately. So I don't know. Along the same vein, actually no, but I think I'll like these ones better. It's the Dreamland Billionaires series by Lauren Asher. Let me just find you the order. So it goes The Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, and Final Offer. That's the order. And I think I'll like that more. I think I just like the idea of having a billionaire as a life partner. In just like this really superficial fantasy world way of like, he just would be the ultimate provider, you know, like he's a billionaire. That's the vibes. The next ones, they're not series, but they're all by the same author. So I bought a bunch of Tessa Bailey's backlog because I love her. So do I go in order that they were published? Maybe I'll show them to you in the order that they were published, which is probably the order that I will end up reading them in, just because I'm like that. And I don't know, there's so many that would overwhelm me, so I need to have some kind of order. So I started with the Broken Beautiful series. So Broken Beautiful series has 3 books. I only got 2 of them because I read the blurb of the 3rd one and I didn't like the tropes that were in it. I was just like, I don't want to read that. So the first one is Chase Me. I'll read you the blurb. So, this is about the series is about 3 broke and beautiful strangers who share an apartment in NYC. So, college dropout Roxy Cumberland moved to New York with dreams of becoming an actress, but her dwindling bank account is quickly putting the kibosh on that fantasy. To make some quick cash, she signs up to perform singing telegrams. Her first customer is a gorgeous, cocky, I like merged the 2 words, gorgeous, cocky Manhattan trust funder if she ever laid eyes on one. And what could be more humiliating than singing an ode to his junk, courtesy of his recent one-night stand? Maybe the fact that she's dressed in a giant pink bunny costume, that's so funny. After a night out to celebrate winning his last case, lawyer Lewis McNally II. See, now I'm rereading this blurb and I'm like, why did I buy this? Isn't prepared for the pounding in his head or the rabbit serenading him from the front door, but the sassy wit of the girl behind the mask intrigue him, and one look at her stunning face followed by a mind-blowing kiss against his door jamb leaves Lewis wanting more. Or is it Louis? I don't know. Roxy doesn't need a spoiled rich guy who's had everything in life handed to him on a Tiffany platter. There's more to Lewis than his sexy surface, and he's determined to make Roxy see it, even if it means chasing her all over NYC. Giving stalker, what? She's not interested, bro. Back off. Why did I buy this? He's not interested. She's not interested. Don't chase her all over the city. She's not interested. Red flag. That's why the cover's red, because it's a red flag. Dang, okay. I'm a little bit sad about that. So the second one is Need Me. Obviously, again by Tessa Bailey, in case you've forgotten, amongst all my rambling that I just did. When Honey Peribo, when Honey Peribo traded in her cowboy boots for stilettos and left her small Kentucky town to attend Columbia University, she never expected to find a dirt cheap apartment or 2 new best friends. Honey is no stranger to hard work, and her sole focus is a medical degree, until she sees newly minted Professor Ben Dawson and her concentration is hijacked. Honey is fascinated by her gorgeous young English professor and vows to find a crack in his tweed-wearing, glasses-clad exterior. While at an off-campus party, an accident lands Ben in a dark, locked closet. Ooh. With a sexy-sounding southern belle, so obviously her, and their chemistry is explosive. Professor, you should not be at an off-campus party. Anyway, when he discovers that the girl in his arms is the same beautiful college student he can't stop thinking about. Oh, that's a red flag. He is stunned. Oh, why are these books are giving me the ick? Oh my gosh, Tessa, no. Yet no matter how hard he tries, Ben can't stay away from Honey. And when his attempts to fight their attraction nearly ruin the best thing that ever happened to him, Ben will do anything to prove how much he needs her. That's giving me the ick. Professor. That makes me uncomfy. I don't remember feeling like this when I bought the books, but it was like 3 months ago. I mean, if he's like young, this isn't like an Arya and Ezra from Pretty Little Lies situation. Like, he can't be that much older than her. If he's a newly minted professor, so he's like clearly just become a professor, what's the youngest you can become a professor? And also, how old is she? Is she like fresh out of high school? I hope not, because that's a red flag. But if she's like a mature student, she's like 25 plus, that's okay. But if she's straight from high school, she's 18, me and Tessa are going to have a conversation. There's going to have to be a conversation. So there was a bunch of books published in between this series and the next one, but this next one I think is what really took off for her and kind of put her on the map. I think this is like the kind of series that most people have heard of. So it's the Bellinger, is that how you say it? Yeah, Bellinger Sisters series. So it happened one summer, and Hook, Line and Sinker. I don't know, are they twins? I don't think they're twins, but they're sisters. Let's read the blurb. So, Piper Bellinger is fashionable and influential, and her reputation as a wild child means the paparazzi are constantly on her heels. When too much champagne and an out-of-control rooftop party land Piper in the slammer, that's funny, her stepfather decides enough is enough. Oh, it's giving, like, literal wild child. Have you guys ever seen that movie with Ashley Roberts? And, like, her dad's got a new girlfriend, and she's moving in, and she's, like, a little Hollywood socialite, and she trashes her new stepmom's stuff and, like, jumps off a cliff. Like, she is, like, cliff diving from their Malibu mansion, and then her dad's like, you're going to boarding school in England, I've had enough of you. And then, yeah, it's a really good movie, you should watch it. That's not everything that happens, but, like, it's a good movie. So he cuts her off and sends her and her sister to learn some responsibility running their late father's dive bar in Westport, Washington. Piper hasn't even been in Westport 5 minutes when she meets big bearded sea captain Brendan Taggart, who thinks she won't last a week outside of Beverly Hills. So what if Piper can't do math and the idea of sleeping in a shabby apartment with bunk beds gives her hives? How bad could it really be? She's determined to show her stepfather and the hot grumpy local that she's more than just a pretty face, except it's a small town and everywhere she turns she bumps into Brendan. The fun-loving socialite and the gruff fisherman are polar opposites, but there's an undeniable attraction simmering between them. Piper doesn't want any distractions, especially feelings for a man who sails off into the sunset for weeks at a time. Yet as she reconnects with her past and begins to feel at home in Westport, Piper starts to wonder if the cold, glamorous life she knew is what she truly wants. LA is calling her name, but Brendan and this town full of memories may have already caught her heart. Aww. And then Hook, Line and Sinker is about the other sister. So let me just scan for spoilers. There's no spoilers. I'll read it to you. King crab fisherman Fox Thornton, who I'm guessing maybe works with Brendan from the last book, and maybe that's like part of the connection as well, has a reputation as a sexy, carefree flirt. Everyone knows he's a guaranteed good time. Oh. And that's exactly how he prefers it, until he meets Hannah Bellinger. She's immune to his charm and good looks, but she seems to enjoy his personality and wants to be friends. Bizarre. But he likes her too much to risk a fling, so platonic pals it is. Now Hannah's in town for work, crashing in Fox's spare bedroom. She knows he's a notorious ladies' man, but they're definitely just friends. In fact, she's nursing a hopeless crush on a colleague, and Fox is just the person to help with her lackluster love life. Oh. Armed with a few tips from Westport's resident Casanova, Hannah sets out to catch her co-worker's eye. Yet the more time she spends with Fox... What kind of name is Fox? I'm sorry, I keep reading it, and I'm like, you do not call your child Fox. No one has ever birthed a baby and gone, yeah, his name is Fox. No. That's not a name. That's an animal. Fox? No. Anyway. The more time she spends with Fox, the more she wants him instead. As the line between friendship and flirtation begins to blur, Hannah can't deny she loves everything about Fox, but she refuses to be another notch on his bedpost. Living with his best friend should have been easy, except now she's walking around in a towel and sleeping right across the hall, and Fox is fascinated by waking up next to her for the rest of his life. And man overboard, he's fallen for her, hook, line and sinker. Do you see what she did there? Helping her flirt with another guy is pure torture, but maybe if Fox can tackle his inner demons and show Hannah he's all in, she'll choose him instead. That's cute. Okay, and then finally by Tessa Bailey we have the Vine Mess series. So it is Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours. It's all pink and pretty. I love it. Okay. Hallie Welch fell hard for Julian Voss at 14 after they almost kissed in the vineyards of his family's winery. Now the prodigal hottie has returned to their small town. When Haley is hired to revamp the gardens on the Voss estate, she wonders if she'll finally get that smooch. But the grumpy professor isn't the teenage she remembers, and their polar opposite personalities clash spectacularly. Oh dear. When wine-fueled girls' night later, Hallie can't shake the sense that she did something reckless. Then she remembers the drunken secret admirer letter she left for Julian. That's funny. On sabbatical from his Ivy League job, Julian plans to write a novel, but having Hallie gardening right outside his window is the ultimate distraction. She's eccentric, chronically late, often literally covered in dirt, and so unbelievably beautiful he can't focus on anything else, until he finds an anonymous letter sent by a woman from his past. Even as Julian wonders about this admirer, he's sucked further into Hallie's orbit, like the flowers she plants all over the house, all over town. Why can't I speak? Hallie is a burst of colour in Julian's grayscale life. For a man who irons his socks and runs on tight schedules, her sunny, chaotic energy makes zero sense. But there's something so familiar about her, and her very presence is turning his world upside down. Wait, so he doesn't remember the almost kiss? Girl, that man is not worth it. If he doesn't remember your almost kiss, no. No. How dare he? How dare he? Right, and then, oh, there's like barely any blurb on this. So it just says, Tessa Bailey returns with the hilarious follow-up to Secretly Yours, in which a down-on-her-luck Napa heiress suggests a mutually beneficial marriage of convenience to a man she can't stand. I need to discover there's a fine line between love and hate. Okay, should we just do the rest of the romance books? Yeah, let's do that. They're all over my floor right now. That's why I keep like scanning. So I do have a good few romance books that are just standalone. Well, actually, I think these ones might be part of a series. Hold on. Let's find out. Yeah, no, they are part of a series. The Beyond Play series by Grace Riley. So the first one is First Down, and then I also got the second one, which is Breakaway. Let's read you some blurbs. By the way, if you're like, why am I reading all the blurbs? It's so that if you like it, you can also buy it. Like, I don't want to be alone in my obscene book buying. Like, you guys gotta do it with me. It's a team sport, okay? Okay. So, this is First Down. So, James. Football is my everything, but when I transferred to McKee University to escape the distractions that nearly cost me my future in the NFL, I'm faced with another consequence: retake the writing class I failed at my last college, or lose any chance I have at making it big. That's where fellow senior Beckett Wood, gorgeous, stubborn, and just my type, comes in. She's the key to my success in this class, but the price of her help is a fake relationship, and I never do things halfway. And then Bex. I don't mess around with athletes, and handsome, self-assured James Callahan is no exception. He wants me to help him pass the writing class we're both stuck taking, but I'm too busy to take on yet another responsibility. When his teammate, my cheating ex, won't leave me alone, I realise I need to convince him I've moved on. And what better way than by pretending to be with James, who wants nothing to do with a real relationship. With every fake kiss, why does James pull me deeper into a place that thrills me? And why don't I want it to end? I love fake dating so much. I love fake dating so much. I watched To All the Boys I Loved Before the other day, the first one. I like rewatched it and I was like, oh, I just love fake dating. Because I don't know, I just love it. I don't know how to explain it. And like, especially like with To All the Boys I Loved Before, like he falls for her so hard and so fast, and she's like so oblivious, and it's like, oh, it's so good. Anyway, Oh, wait, Callahan, hold on. So the person in the next book is called Cooper Callahan. And then this guy is called James Callahan. So I wonder if they're related. I don't know. It doesn't say. But I think they have the same name, so they must be related, right? Right? Okay. So those are all the ones that are interconnected now. These all just stand on their own, apart from a fantasy series, but we'll get into that. So next up we have Love Story by Lindsay Kelk. And this is a fairly recent release. It came out this year. But it's so cute. So she's a small town school teacher. He's a hotshot creative director. Together it's hate at first sight. Yes, enemies to lovers, let's go. Sophie Taylor has a secret, and Joe Walsh is the last person she'd tell. He's devilishly handsome, incredibly hot and too sure of himself. But Sophie desperately needs his help because she's not just hiding something small. She is Est Cox, the mysterious romance author the entire world is desperate to unmask. When a trip to the countryside means sharing a cottage with only one bed. There's only one bed! Ah, that's another one of my favourite tropes. I love that trope. It's one of my favourite micro tropes. I can't even. It's a short step to sharing a whole lot more besides. Can Sophie trust Joe with the truth and be herself? Well, I'm guessing yes, otherwise it's not a very good book. So next up we have Next Door Nemesis by Alexa Martin. I was literally just searching enemies to lovers on Waterstones for like a really long time and I found a bunch. And that's what a lot of these came from. So Colin Carter has finally made it to rock bottom. Mood. Collins Carter. Collins, that's a different name. Anyway, Collins swore she'd never return, but now she's back at her parents' house, tending to the compost with her newly retired dad and running into her high school nemesis at the only decent coffee shop in town. And then the Homeowners Association complaint arrives. Oh dear. Nathaniel Adams always dreamed of a nice quiet life in his hometown, or at least he did until Collins moved back and sends his organised life into a tailspin with the announcement that she's running against him for HOA president. Oh. From secret board meetings to vicious smear campaigns whispered over white picket fences, this sleepy suburb rivalry soon turns personal. But as hate leads into lust, these two enemies are forced to reckon with the feelings they've ignored for years. Oh, so they always liked each other. Oh, so they liked each other from way back when. That's kind of cute. Yeah. I just love a bit of enemies to lovers. I do. It's just, it's so fun. So fun. I like when he's an asshole, but he like makes an exception for her. Don't even get me started. Right. So this is, oh sorry, I was going to read the blurb, but I'm telling you what the book was. This is The Reunion by Beth Rickles, who wrote The Kissing Booth. So, 10 years after graduating, the class of 2014 are back for their reunion, packed into a school gym full of old rivalries and new secrets. Most likely to end up together, Sean and Steph were each other's first love. Now they're planning the perfect wedding to other people. Oh no, could reignite an old flame? I really hope not, because they're both engaged. I hope not. Most likely to become famous, Bryony was supposed to rule the West End and have a dazzling career as an actress. Instead, she's a drama teacher who's exaggerated her whole life on Instagram and is desperate to save face. Most likely to succeed, Hayden was told he'd achieved great things, but the only award to his name is World's Best Dad. Is it too late for him to turn things around, and more importantly, does he want to? There is nothing wrong with just being a dad. Being a dad is great. That's a bad message. Most likely to kill each other, Ashley was an A-star student and Ryan the star of the rugby team. After years of rivalry, they are drawn back together in a new, intoxicating way, one they're both determined to hide. With an evening of power cuts, fire alarms, sneaking off to explore classrooms in the dark, stolen kisses and heated fights, it's like they never left high school at all. Cute. We don't really do reunions in the UK. I wish we did that. I feel like they're more a thing in America. I mean, are they actually a thing in America, or is it just a thing that's on TV? Like, are you guys actually having like high school and college reunions? Let me know, because we don't really do it over here. So, or maybe I've just not been out of school long enough. My parents have like never been like, oh, we're going to the school reunion. Like, it's not a thing. Yeah, it's really not a thing. Our final standalone romance book is Bookishly Ever After by Mia Page. The tagline is, will they find love between the covers, i.e. covers of the books. It's so cute. Right. 2 rival bookstore owners. 1 chance for a happily ever after. Bookshop owner Lexi Austin's problems are stacking up. Do you get it? Stacking? Like books. Her daily life is a mess, and Sam Dickens, devastatingly handsome, arrogant and fiercely competitive rival bookshop owner, is hell-bent on stealing all of her customers. Dickhead. Frustrated, Lexi turns to her shelves for answers, and what have the classics taught her? There's no distraction quite like love. Lexi plots to charm Sam. She invites him to a ball, well, a party, drags him to a dance class, doesn't matter if it's not a quadrille, and swoons into his arms while taking a turn in the park. Note, next time make sure he isn't holding a hot drink. And as their rivalry reaches scorching levels, it's not just Lexi's beloved bookshop at stake, but her heart too. This sounds really fun. I want to read this soon. That sounds really, really fun. So next up I bought, is it just called the Belladonna series? Or is it called something else? I don't know. But I bought Belladonna and Foxglove, both by Adeline Grace. I'll only read the blurb of Belladonna because I don't want spoilers from Foxglove. Or is it called the Wisteria series? I don't know. Anyway. Your name is no curse, little bird, I just like the taste of it. Orphaned as a child, Signa Farrow has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interesting. Actually, I remember, I saw this on TikTok and it was like, it's like a romance between a woman and death, right? Like the Grim Reaper. Maybe this isn't for me. Anyway. Each more interested in her wealth than her well-being, and each has met an untimely end. Her only remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove, an estate both glittering and gloomy. When a restless spirit appears claiming she was poisoned, Signa realises the Hawthorns could be in grave danger, and enlists the help of a surly stable boy to hunt down the killer. But Signa's best chance of uncovering the murderer is an alliance with Death himself. As the mystery unfurls, Signa realises their growing connection may be more irresistible than she dared imagine. See, so I bought this because of the hype, but now I'm reading it and I'm like, I don't want to read a book where Death is the romantic hero. Are you kidding? We'll see. Okay, next up is The Wren in the Holly Library by K.A. Lind. How gorgeous is she? So it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Oh, crack of the hardback spine. Let's read the blurb. So street thief Kierce? Oh, I don't know. Should have known something wasn't right. Now she's trapped in a library with a monster. She can't run, she can't hide, and this man, this being, filled with terrible power and darkness, is well within his rights to kill her. By trespassing, Kierce has broken the fragile peace treaty between monsters and humans. Instead of killing her, Graves does the unexpected. He offers her a job, a chance to find out who she really is. Kierce has always known she's different, that she can do things a little better, a little faster, and then there's that sense she has when danger is only a breath away. But if the old tales are true, there are worse things in the world than monsters, like a threat more ancient than legend, like Graves, or like Kierce herself. Oh, it's the start of a series. It did sound like it was the start of a series, to be fair, when I was reading that. But yeah. She's pretty. But yeah, it's giving like Beauty and the Beast retelling. Okay, and then to wrap it all up, we have some non-fiction books. So the first one is, it's really random, but it's How the Pill Changes Everything by Dr. Sarah E. Hill. Again, it's so random. But I was on the pill for about 2 years to manage my, maybe this is TMI, maybe you guys don't want to know, but I used to get really bad migraines and I get really bad period pains, and it was all to do with like hormones and like my PMS and stuff. So the doctor put me on the pill, and I was, yeah, like I said, I was on the pill for 2 years. But did you know that the pill changes your brain chemistry, alters your stress response, can increase your risk of depression, and influences who you are attracted to? And so this was whilst I was still working at Waterstones. I was doing some recovery of the shelves and I saw this and I picked it up and I was like, and I had like just kind of made the decision to stop taking the pill, and so I was like, I want to read this and like find out more, and it's like literally so interesting. I've read like half of it, and guys, it's really interesting. If you are on the pill / thinking of coming onto the pill, or like you used to be on it, like just, if you're a woman, just read it. Just read it. It's so interesting. And I'm not saying this to like try and make you not take the pill. Like, obviously it's your decision is your decision, and like this is what she says at the start of the book as well. She's like, I'm not writing this book to like change people's minds about going on the pill or whatever. It's just, here's the information that I have. And yeah, I just thought it was really interesting, and that it affects us in more ways than like we kind of realised that it would. Yeah, it's so interesting. And then this one is You Deserve Better by Anne Marie, an imperfect guide to finding your happiness. As you guys know, I just went through a breakup, and again I saw this on the shelf and I was like, yes, I do deserve better. And so yeah, I'll read you the blurb of this, and I've read a bit of it as well. But have you ever felt like you don't fit in, like you need to dress or act differently to be accepted, or let a boy make you feel like you're not good enough? Me too. Let me take you on my journey to discovering that I deserve better and show you how you deserve better too. So from global singer-songwriter Anne Marie comes a handbook for your bad days and a cheerleader on your good days. Drawing on her experiences of anxiety, not fitting in, achieving success and much more, Anne Marie is here to tell you that everything can change and you can change it. This toolkit is full of the thoughts and advice Anne Marie wishes someone had shared with her sooner, and will help you to navigate friendships, relationships, find your own version of self-care and so much more. This is your necessary reminder that you can get through the tough times and find your own happiness because you deserve better. And it's just really cute, it's really short, it's just fun. And then finally we have The Love Everybody Wants by Madison Pruitt-Trout. If you don't know who Maddie is, she was the Bachelorette, or she was on The Bachelor. I don't know if she was the Bachelorette or if she was like just one of the female contestants on The Bachelor. I don't know, but it was a good few years ago. And like now she's like an influencer, an author, speaker, podcaster. She does all the things. And basically somebody that I watch on YouTube, she had this book and she said it was good, so I got it. As it says, what if the love you are settling for is robbing you of the love you want most? Many of us are desperately looking for love, for something to fulfill the desires of our hearts. Maybe we are hoping another person can be the piece we feel is missing in ourselves. We're tempted to settle for a knockoff version of love, or to become a false version of ourselves to try to feel loved and accepted. In The Love Everybody Wants, Madison Pruitt-Trout shows you that the love you've been looking for is a love that's already yours. It doesn't come from a boyfriend or a spouse, but rather from our Saviour. Through her reflections on scripture and her own experiences, Maddie shows how understanding and embracing the depths of God's love for you can change everything, allowing you to fall in love with yourself and learn how to give and receive love from others in a healthy way. Maddie shares advice on a range of topics that most affect relationships today, such as finding confidence, setting healthy boundaries and high standards, and nurturing rich connections in every area of your life. The truth is, you are made for true love and nothing less. And yeah, she just said it was really good, so I bought it. I'm a simple girl. Doesn't take much to convince me to buy a book. So yeah, that is all of them. I told you that was a lot. But you gotta use the 50% while you can. Guys, books are expensive. Like, books are expensive. I had to use my 50% while I still had it. If you've been looking at my jumper this whole video and being like, girl, I love that. Where's she from? She's from Truly Magical Books, and I am an affiliate of said business. And if you want to get your hands on one of these, or they have just released their beautiful Christmas, woo, their Christmas collection, you can use my code AF Caitlin is confused and get yourself 10% off. I will link their website in the description. I've also done a clothing haul with them before, which featured this jumper, another jumper and a t-shirt, and they're just really cute, really good quality, very bookish, and I'm just a girl who loves books at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my little plug for this small business that I love and am lucky enough to work with. So yeah. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope this wasn't too long for you, but like I said, there was a lot of books, and yeah, is what it is, sorry. But please subscribe if you haven't already. Follow my Instagram, follow my TikTok, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!